Man. Pete. 40. What? Uh, what is going on? How you guys doing today? I'm sending nothing but prayers and positive vibes to everybody out here in these pre-law streets. They could be either you grinding right now, preparing to study for the bar, you right now out here waiting to hear back from law schools, or you right now beginning the process of starting to prepare for the LSAT. I just want to let you know that I'm sending nothing but prayers and positive vibes your way. I want you guys to be able to understand that every challenge that you're going through, y'all, is literally something not meant to break you, but meant to grow you. So take on that challenge and understand it's just going to be a stepping stone to you being able to grow and elevate and take the next step in your journey. For you guys who don't know who I am, my name is Anthony. I'm the founder of BecomingJD, where our mission, y'all, is we believe anybody, I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your LSAT score is. I don't care what may have happened in your past. I truly believe no matter what happened, anybody can become a lawyer. In these past 5 years, we've been able to prove that true. Helping people either one reclaim their dreams of becoming a lawyer after being dismissed, or rediscover their dream of becoming a lawyer after taking a different career path. I want you guys to be able to understand that literally at the end of the day, the situation or problem that you may be thinking is holding you back from going to law school. There's somebody in law school. There's somebody that's graduated from law school. There's someone practicing law. And there may even be somebody right now rocking a robe who's going through your same exact situation. And law schools know that, and our goal, our focus is to be able to show them that you're one of those people who can beat the odds, who are more than their LSAT scores, who are more than their GPA, who are not their past, right? And so I want you guys to let me know where it is that you're viewing our session from. Of course, I'm holding it down over here in the Midwest, in St. Louis, Missouri. Let me know where it is that you're viewing our session from. I got some exciting news. I know this week we got 4 more people into law schools, and I just want to continue to help get more of y'all into law school. What's going on there? Give my girls getting ready to head out to Washburn. I'm so proud of her. Thank you so much for buying a badge. We got Mississippi in the house, South Carolina in the house, and actually, you know, we were going to have a guest, but when we have lawyers who are actively in trial prep and things like that nature, sometimes it provides an opportunity for us to be able to really have some live Q&As to be able to really address some things. I made some posts today that I want to talk about, and I also want, hey, sis, Topeka right now, ooh, sis, join the live. Please join the live, Mrs. Officer. I want to get you on live so you can tell your story. Because I want you guys to be able to understand. We got Georgia in the house. Georgia. So I'm excited. And so we got my man from Morehouse in the house. ATL holding it down. And so it's a lot of things that I really want to touch base with today for you guys. I know oftentimes when we think about our journey of becoming a lawyer, we oftentimes think that there's one path. Okay, and so I got my girl Neche on. She's about to come on, and she's going to share her testimony. And I want you guys to really lock in and hear what she's going to talk about. Because listen, all of a sudden we think, oh, well, they got into law school. It was easy. Nah, fam. Nah, bruh. So I want you to go ahead and hear my girl's story. Because I want you guys to be able to realize is that sometimes your journey is going to take you different places. And sometimes it's not our LSAT that's stopping us from becoming a lawyer. What's good, sis?
Hello, Becoming JD.
What it do, fam? Consistent. Like, I was about to tell them, a lot of times it's not us. It's not the LSAT that's stopping our lawyer dreams. It's our comfort zone.
Yes.
So go ahead, sis. Put them on game. Tell them who you are. Tell them where you at.
Yeah.
And tell them where you came from. What's up?
Hi, everybody. My name is Neche. I am from West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm right now currently in
Hold on.
Topeka, Kansas.
Black folks there? Black folks there?
Yes. We've seen a few today. We have. We flew in this morning. I actually going toward the school tomorrow. Um, I did start this journey back in 2021.
Yeah.
I will say for a year or so during that time, I kind of did give up because I kept getting rejections back to back. I applied to like 20 schools and I heard so many no's. Yeah. Wanted and I really didn't know, what I was missing or anything. I wasn't missing anything.
Right.
Just that the school that was for me, I wasn't applying to. Now let me tell y'all this. And I'm gonna be very transparent.
Keep it a buck.
My UP,
UGPA.
yes, that's what it is. Whatever LSAT be talking about. I don't like how they do that anyway. But anyway, what is a 2.0? 2.0. And then my LSAT score, 142. 142. I applied to Washburn in January. I heard back from them in 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks. I also received a scholarship.
Hold up, Sway. Hold up. But I thought you can't get into law school with that GPA, with that LSAT score, and they cutting checks? Hold up. Make that make sense.
Right? All I can say was nothing but the Lord. He already had my steps ordered. He knew where he wanted me to be. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Topeka, Kansas, what? I'm so used to the beach, the sun, everything. On top of that, my whole family, I'm not gonna say uprooting, but my family is very supportive.
Yeah.
My husband is here, my son is here. We've been looking at apartments all day today. And again, like I was saying, we're touring the school tomorrow. I'm so excited, even though it's different and I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna do it scared.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it scared. And I thank you so much, Anthony, because you reached out to me when I started to get real dry. You you stayed on top of me, kept asking about how I was doing, and I really appreciate that because that was kind of like accountability.
Yeah.
So like, girl, get up. We got things to do. So I was watching a few of your lives in January, and something just told me you were talking about Cleo. You were talking about Cleo, and I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and apply. So I applied to Cleo, and one of their requirements is to apply to one of their sister schools. Not sister schools, partner schools.
Partner school.
And at first I wasn't going to do it. I was like, I don't need to apply. I'm just going to apply to Cleo. I'm not going to apply to none of they, whatever. And then something told me like, no, Neche, go ahead and apply to at least one of them. I applied to one school this cycle. That one school said, come on, girl, let's go. So I am so excited. I'm so excited. It's crazy. And also getting a scholarship, I was just like, y'all gotta be kidding me. There was no way. This girl I got a 2.0, a 142, a scholarship. It was something about what you said to me about my writing and letting them know who I am and not being afraid to let them know who I am. And boy, let me tell you, I gave them everything. Less than 3 weeks. Okay. Okay, thank you, BecomingJD, for believing in me and also holding me accountable and reminding me, like, girl, like, no, we got some things to do. We trying to get that 5%, higher than what it is. And we are needed. We are needed in this space. We are needed. Do it. Do it.
And
Do it.
don't let the smile fool you. This one right here, sis, is a real one over here. I remember when we were working on your personal statement, I was like, and we was talking about you at the police academy doing your damn thing. Like, I'm too strong over here. Go ahead and spray me. I'm about that life. And the thing that's amazing is, I remember, I'll never forget saying is that, your husband knows you're strong. Your family know you're strong. We got to show these law schools what everybody else already knows. And
Right.
the thing that was amazing is that, law, I'm going to say this phrase, boy, like, sis, remember our master class, everybody that was in that master class with us, sis, everybody in law school.
I know that's right.
I think it was like maybe like 10 of y'all, all of y'all in law school.
I know that's right.
The thing about it is it's like law school. I remember I said that phrase to you guys often. Law schools only know what we share with them. We can't be they don't know us
Right.
about that life. And the thing that's beautiful, sis, is what I think what your story shares is it's like if you want people to not look at your LSAT scores, if you want people not to look at your GPA, well, what do you give them to look at?
Exactly. Give them something to look at. Everybody has something. There's something, a situation that you went through and you overcame. Open the book. Let them look inside and see what's going on. They not going to know unless you tell them.
Say it again.
They not going to know unless you tell them. Let them know that you deserve to be in their school. Let them know that you're the gem. You're the prize. You're the prize. You gonna make them look good.
I think one of the things also that's amazing is I would love for you to be able to talk about like the comfort zone. Because one of the things I tell people, and I make it in a post, I say, listen, fam, we love ATL, we love DC, we love H-Town, we love all our chocolate cities, but damn, we all can't go to law school there. And
Right.
I think a lot of times the same thing that makes us afraid to go out to different places, well, the only way those places are going to change, somebody got to go out there. And the thing about it is, it's like I want you to tell them about how that experience was for you taking that step out of your comfort zone and how empowering it's been. Because I mean, think about it. It's kind of because you're not alone. You got the whole crew with you.
Yeah. So, it's crazy because I was so set on being close to home.
Yeah.
I was so set to being close to my family. Not knowing that my family needs me. As far as needs me to go out and do what I got to do and come back with that degree. I can't help them unless I help myself first. So I had to let that go, of being uncomfortable and coming out of my comfort zone. I had to let that go. That this is only 3 years. What's 3 years? That flies. We were just in COVID in 2020. You see how fast, like,
Yeah.
that? It's 2024, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I could have been done on my way out.
Yeah.
And I was holding myself back because I wanted to be where I wanted to be. But you can't be like that. You can't be choosy. You can't be choosy. You can't be choosy. You have to be able to experience new things. It's okay to go out and see new things, do new things. Do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid at all. And then it's so crazy. I have a teenager. My son is 13. He told me when I asked him, I'm just like, Trevon, this is in Topeka. Like, I'm questioning it, talking to him, like, this is in Topeka, Kansas. Like, all of your friends, you have your friends here. You have sports here. Like, you sure you want to come? Like, I'm questioning. Same thing with my husband. My son told me, he say, Mom, you don't have no choice. I said, you know what? Oh,
Woo!
sure did. He said, you don't have any choice. And he's ready to go. He's ready to go. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, hey, now I gotta play. I can go back and visit on the holidays, and tell them like how has been your experience yet in Topeka. I remember since when I started my lawyer journey, my second tour. It took me to South Carolina, and I remember we was Googling South Carolina. I was like, this ain't nothing that I'm used to. But how's it been so far going out there?
Yeah, so we got in early this morning. We'll be here until Saturday. But it's very different. The Midwest from South Florida.
uh, beach life they're going bye-bye, right?
Yes, I will say as far as affordability, very different. Cause South Florida, they so it's a big difference in that. So I'm grateful that I'm able to you know move here without having to worry about that aspect of it, and it's I don't know, it's just different. It's different, and I'm okay with different. And because of the things that's happened in the last few months this year, I'm just like, I'm letting all that stuff go and starting anew.
It's so when you said that, made me think about that Insecure me, where she said, "What do you call that? Growth." It's called growth, right?
Yeah.
I'm growing and evolving into something
Yes.
different.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing is, been able to connect you with Carrot, and so you have a community, and I think that's one of the things that's beautiful. Carrot's coming from Florida too, and
Yes. Mm-hmm.
for you guys who don't know, Kara's also one of the students that I worked with, and she got into Washburn. I think we had some other people getting to Washburn. I was like, oh, snap, we're about to have a whole tribe up in this
Yeah.
month, right? For real. And one of the things I think is beautiful is about that sense of community and understanding. And sometimes, you know what? You probably need to be able to look around and not see any distractions. There's
Right.
not be no beach or nothing in sight that's going to be able to distract you from your books.
Listen, there's nothing here. Everybody I've asked, they say, it's Kansas City. Like, if you want to do anything, go out, have a good time, Kansas City. Kansas City is 45 minutes away from here. So a lot of distractions I don't see it. I don't see it in Topeka. I'm gonna, hit my feet when I get help running.
And I think also, because I know I tell people oftentimes, there's so many opportunities outside of your comfort zone. Like, we have another student, she's going into her second year of law school, and she moved from Los Angeles to South Dakota. And so I want you guys to just realize a lot of times it's not your LSAT score that's holding you back. It literally may be you. Think about that. This amazing young sister just told us that she applied to one law school, had a 2.0, a 142 LSAT score. Not only got into law school, got a scholarship. And I know a lot of people on here oftentimes we're thinking that we can't get into law school. And I want you to, that was proof right there that you can. And so I want you to be able to understand the value of utilizing your voice in your writing and in your presentation. I know, for example, with that amazing sister, what we really worked hard on for her was being able to show her strength and resilience. If you're not your scores, if you're not your LSAT, then it becomes your responsibility, fam, to be able to show them your strength and your resilience. Otherwise, fam, they're not going to be able to know that you're strong. The only thing that law schools know is what you tell them. So sis is about to start law school, moving the whole fam all the way out to Kansas, but starting a new chapter. And there's so many amazing people who I've worked with this cycle who really, the reason why they may not be in law school is because they've only stayed within the comfort of their the areas that they know. And I really want to challenge you guys to really be able to broaden your horizons and realize the endless opportunities that could be available for you. Literally, I made a post for you guys where we have 65 law schools still accepting applications. That's 65 law schools that will provide an opportunity for you to take the next step in your journey. I'm going to make a post tomorrow where I'm going to be showing you a list of law schools who offer spring admissions. And so I want you guys to be able to understand, if you got rejected, maybe that this means that you need to go outside of your comfort zone. I have a student that's going to be going from California, going to Jacksonville State Law School. And so sometimes you do have to relocate. And sometimes what's so beautiful is you guys were able to speak with someone who has a husband, who has kids. And her son said, Mom, we going, we out, you got to go. And so realize that sometimes that process of what you're going through, what's going on, Marcus, is only temporary. It's only temporary. Because now she's going 2-0, 142, going to law school, and in 3 years, see, this is what Washburn does. In 3 years, she's going to fall in love with Topeka, and she may find herself staying and find herself getting other opportunities. But 3 years is something that goes by so fast. COVID happened, 3 years ago? And so realize that oftentimes I want you guys to expand your options. Look outside of your comfort zones. Realize that, guess what, maybe at some of these rural schools, they may actually accept you and give you more money. One of the things that's going to be amazing about Neche is she's going to be starting law school in Topeka, going to be saving some bags, because she's going to be moving from Palm Beach to Topeka, Kansas. And so I want you guys to realize how liberating it is for you to realize that you have a lot of opportunities out there, but you have to be able to expand and step outside of your comfort zone. If you're in the Midwest, consider some schools down south. If you're down south, maybe consider some school out west. Realize at this particular juncture, it's law schools looking for you. I want you guys to be able to understand this process, right? There's so many different pathways to be able to go to law school. One of my students earlier this week, he was extended an offer. They told him, hey, for you to be able to get into law school, we want you to go the route of getting your master's. Now, I can say, no, I don't want to get my master's. But I told him, I said, I want you to strongly consider the option. If the offer is going to include you getting your master's and then also getting automatic admission into the law school, then maybe that is an option that you may want to take. Also consider the option of potentially applying for the spring semester, spring admissions. Understand there's so many different pathways. There's a pathway where you may be able to go through the Access Lex program. There's a pathway where you may be able to go through through the Cooney Law's pipeline program, where they go through the pathways to justice, or going through the pathway through the pipeline program they have in California. So I want you guys to be able to understand that there's so many different pathways. Do not get locked into one way, because at the end of the day, when you do that, unfortunately, the only person that you end up harming is, guess what? You. And I truly believe that everybody can get into law school. And I really want you guys to be able to embrace that opportunity and understand that to make that happen, it's going to require you to be able to consider other options. Don't be the reason why you get no's. It's because you chose to say no. Okay? And so I'm really excited. I want you guys to stay encouraged. I know I'm still working with a lot of students. Had one of my best sessions I've had all week with a student where we was able to literally work together and vibe together and get his personal statement done. Phenomenal piece of work. And I want you guys to be able to be open to this process. Understand, if you have not got accepted into law schools yet, that should be a sign to you guys that, hold on, there's something that's missing. There's something that's wrong. And I don't want you guys to make the mistake where I wasted a whole year, because I'm sitting here like, well, I didn't get accepted to 11 schools. Let me pray that 5 other schools are going to see something that the other 11 didn't. More often than not, you guys, if you have not gotten acceptance yet, it's because of something that's missing in your application. And judging by our guest who we just had on just a moment ago, she had a 142 and a 2.0, and she started law school this fall. Why? because they were able to effectively address the concerns that people may have in their application. So you have to go back and see. And sometimes it's something that you may want to do for yourself. Go back and read your personal statement. Evaluate and say, what am I doing wrong? I know right now I'm helping people write their personal statements real fast and shooting them back out. Because do not sit here and wait, because you have to realize that you're getting assigned, right? If I'm not getting any acceptances, something is missing. I know we helped a student before, you guys, who was not getting any acceptances. We made some revisions to their personal statement, made some revisions, and submitted a letter of continued interest, and she got waitlisted. And so now, and she got an interview. And so I want you guys to realize that sometimes the worst thing that you could be able to do is to wait. You have to be active in this process. You have to be aware. You have to say, why are law schools saying no to me? And the cop-out answer, you guys, is to say, it's my LSAT score. Cap on that. We now know that's straight cap, as we just talked to a student who's in law school, about to go to law school right now with a 2.0 on a 142 LSAT score. So it's not your LSAT score, and it's not your GPA. It's something else that's missing in your application that's preventing law schools from pulling the trigger. If you want help with that, of course, holler at your boy. Send me a link, say DM me help, and I'll send you a link, and we can go under the hood of that personal statement and rework some things. Also, we have to say to myself, all right, if I've gotten waitlisted from all these schools, there's something that's missing. I have to be proactive in this process, you guys. I was not proactive. I was hella passive. That's why I just got rejected from all them schools and then changed not now, none, nothing. And you know what? I only had myself to blame. And at that time, I blamed the law schools. I blamed my LSAT. But really what we have to realize is that we have to say, you know what? I didn't check in. I could have checked in and looked at some things and made some changes. You know what? There's 60 schools out there. I could have pivoted. So I want you guys to be able to realize. So I post this information on our Instagram for you guys to be able to have, in order to help you guys make intentional decisions when you pivot in regards to what you're going to do next, okay? Because I want everybody on this live, I want everybody out here to be in somebody's law school this fall. But I realize that it's not enough for me to want it. You're going to have to want it and then put in the work to make it happen, all right? And so I know we had some interesting stories and headlines that popped off today. I know that the American Bar Association released a statement talking about how, unfortunately, a study that showed that majority of most scholarships go to our white brothers and sisters. And I made that post, and I wanted to find out what people were thinking about it. And made me realize at times one of the mistakes that we're making, you guys, when we are applying to law schools, is we're not being as vigilant as we used to be when we were back in college. Y'all remember all them scholarships we applied to go to college. Y'all remember it's like a cycle. Every May, when the high school grads graduate, you find somebody on the Today Show talking about how they got $50 gazillion million in scholarship money, right? But oftentimes we find ourselves, once we get to finish with finally applying to law school and finally finish that process, we don't apply to anything. We become solely reliant on the law schools to provide us with financial support. And unfortunately, a lot of that financial support, you guys, is going to be based off of LSAT scores. It's going to be based off of GPAs. And I don't like that, because unfortunately, we do know historically that our black brothers and sisters, our black and brown brothers and sisters, unfortunately do not score as high on the LSAT, which oftentimes means that they're not going to get access to a large percent of those scholarships that are issued by law schools, because a lot of them are based solely on LSAT scores. So that means that we're going to have to go outside sources. And I know for me, one of the things that I did when I was in law school is I went to look at the Black, Hispanic, Latina bar associations, and I found out that a lot of them offer scholarships. In addition to that, I also went to Access Lex. The Access Lex actually has a scholarship bank database of over 1,000 scholarships. And for a lot of them, you guys, you are literally able to apply for them with your personal statement. And so these are pathways. And also one of the things I went ahead and created for you guys, you can go to the link in my bio to get it, is I made an ultimate scholarship guide. I think it's like 50, 60 pages of scholarships. And I want you guys to be able to utilize it as a way for you guys to get coins. Now, listen, man, we can sit here, hope, and pray that Biden's going to forgive them loans. But also, one of the things I try to teach you guys is to be proactive in the process. And so I want you guys to be able to utilize the personal statements that you've already worked very hard on and go to Access Less database and go to local bar associations where you live at, go to their websites to see about scholarship opportunities. I know when I was in school, law school, the second time around, I was able to secure about $15,000 in scholarships outside of just the law school itself. And a lot of times for you guys, because it's so few people apply to these scholarships, a lot of times that money goes unclaimed. So since it's less competitive, that means it's more opportunities. And also, game for a lot of the bar associations out there, because so few people apply, literally all you have to do is send in your personal statement and easily get those coins and bags. So I've had a couple of students who literally was like, oh, yeah, we do have that scholarship. Here, tell me the school you're going to, and we'll go ahead and award you the scholarship. And that was it. And so there's money out here, you guys. And I want to make sure that you guys are doing everything in your power to get it. Yeah, what's going on with the LSAT and with law schools is not. But nevertheless, one of the things that I try to teach you guys, and I also teach my kids, is we can either complain or we can find a solution. And I'm all about finding solutions. And so if we know that the law school is going to do what they're going to do, then we're going to go ahead and try to find other sources. But this is also helps to explain why some people in positions of leadership are either one advocating so hard to make sure that the LSAT stays in place. Because if the LSAT gets removed, you guys, then it's quite possible that that one barrier where it seems as if one particular organism, one particular group of people benefits while the other one doesn't, then that field will be leveled. And I think for some people, that's something that's very, very scary. Equity and inclusion is, you know, my biggest dream. But in that same breath, it's some people's worst nightmare. And let's see here. Alexander says, so far, the Washington Bar Association are inquiring about scholarship opportunities. And so think about it. Simple questions. This could be the difference of you getting coins, okay? And so, again, like I said, we can either complain about the situation or we can try to find solutions. And also one amazing resource for scholarships also is a lot of law firms also offer scholarships too. And so you can find all that in my free scholarship database that I just created for you guys. I think I created it last cycle. And so make sure you utilize that. And so again, all I can do is bring the resources to you and then just pray that you guys utilize it, because I want you guys to realize that yes, there are barriers put in place, either intentionally or intentionally, to really test you to find out, is this something that you want? Are you willing to be uncomfortable? Are you willing to go look for money? Are you willing to step outside of your comfort zone? Every step on your journey, and I'm sure people, lawyers who are joining us here, could be able to attest to that. Those who are willing to pivot, those who are willing to listen and learn, those who do not take offense to correction, realizing it's an opportunity for them to grow, those are the people that are becoming successful. And I want that for you. I want you to be able to understand that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength. I want you guys to be able to understand that having someone else look at your information and be open to criticism, realizing that that criticism maybe is something that you're missing. Maybe that's something that we need for us to be able to elevate and grow. And I think Alex said it best. No barriers too big. No, I am excited to take my LSAT this June. Hey, I'm proud of you guys. And for you guys who are preparing for the LSAT, we do have a free LSAT study group. It's called the LSAT Ain't Got Nothing on Me. I think they're like 400 strong all over the country. And you can go to the link in my bio to be able to join it. And it's a wonderful opportunity for you guys to not only converse in a community where you're going to be accepted. It's a judgment-free, no cap and allow zone. And people exchange ideas, exchange questions. And it's just a great place for you guys to be able to ensure and meet and greet people who are all going and grinding for the same dream. And so I'm really excited. And I cannot wait to be able to share more stories about people overcoming the odds and manifesting their lawyer dream. I want you guys to understand that I can't wait to share your story. But the only way your story is going to get told is by you taking the next step and realizing at the end of the day, it's me versus me. This is something that I want. Am I going to be tired? Heck yeah. Am I going to be uncomfortable? Heck yeah. But you know what? Bring it on. Because I know at the end of the day, by taking these steps, I'm going to get closer to my lawyer dreams. I want you guys to keep fighting for your lawyer dreams. We have some amazing guests lined up for you for the upcoming month. And even out to July, I got some judges on deck. I'm really excited. But I want you guys, anytime in your journey, I'm always a DM away. For those out there who got my phone number, hit me up. Because I want you to realize that you are not on this journey by yourself. Understand that you have a whole tribe, BecomingJD. We 24,000 strong, y'all. All praying for you, all supporting you, all encouraging you. A laundry list of lawyers, a laundry list of judges, all want to see you win. And so make sure and tap into that resource because we're all here fighting, praying, and believing in you. I want you guys to continue to fight for your lawyer dreams. Until next Wednesday, y'all, we're going to have us an amazing guest. Peace and blessings.